One of the major gateway quests in Hello Kitty Island Adventures Wheatflour Wonderland is making friends. This is a major quest that unlocks with Kojimune at level 8, and this quest unlocks so much more. So once you have Kojimune to level 8, track the quest making friends and go and talk to Hello Kitty. And Hello Kitty says as the Heart Guardian, she feels like Kojimune could use help making friends. And since she doesn't want to leave Wheatflour Wonderland, we'll bring our friends to her. So head into Wheatflour Wonderland, you need to talk to Kojimune. You'll find her between the top 2 Wheatflower fields. We talked to her about meeting new people and she trusts us, and she's still worried about Ebi. And when she thinks about finding him on Friendship Island, she turns into a pile of flour. But Hello Kitty convinces her it's a good idea to introduce her to all of her friends. And first up is Tuxedo Sam. You'll find Tuxedo Sam, Kojimune, and Hello Kitty on the southern part of the gardens in that big circle just south of the fountain. Once there, talk to them, and Tuxedo Sam expresses that he'd really like to see Hello Kitty's new look, but Kojimune says you can't use these powers frivolously and you can only use it when you need it, which makes Tuxedo Sam cry because he was so excited to see. But Kojimune points out that since our friend is sad, this actually is the time to call on the power. So Hello Kitty transforms. And then Kojimune asks if she's friends with Tuxedo Sam now, and he invites her to visit anytime she wants. And she asks him what he wants to be, and he says a sewing needle, while Kojimune switches to a bobbin. Next up is Kuropi and Pachako, so if you head north here and take a right at the fountain, you'll find them right there. And there's some conversation, and Pachako says he wishes he could magically transform like Hello Kitty. So Kojimune, of course, asks him what he's transformed into, and he says he's never really thought about it, but maybe a block of tofu or a lazy egg. And Kuropi, of course, says a critter, and that he wants to find all the critters in Wheatflour Wonderland. Me too, Kuropi. And this prompts Kojimune to say she wants to be a Floopy Balooper, which she says is the most magical critter of all. And after this, we're gonna head over and meet Choco Cat. So head back to the fountain and then go straight up, find Choco Cat here, talk to him, and Choco Cat asks if the Wheatflower Guardians were also sentient wheat beings, which confuses Kojimune, and he asks instead, were they also Wheatflower fairies? And Kojimune explains they were visitors from another world with magical powers like us. Says he noticed a strange object while he was exploring, and we should all go check it out. So follow Choco Cat. He goes up the stairs to the left, follow them around to the right, and then cross over. He stops near the quartz statue. I've already unlocked the force field here, but if you haven't, he'll explain to you how to do it. All you need to do is interact with the statue that's here. The gem matches the gem on the force field, and you just keep clicking it until the force field completely disappears. Follow him to the right, over onto this stained glass circle, and up another set of stairs. If you haven't unlocked this area before, be sure to click on the fast travel location sometime while you're over here, and then it goes to a cutscene, and they're talking about a thingy which is actually a crafting mechanism. It doesn't seem to be working right now, and Kojimune says it's sleeping. Choco Cat says he'd like to fix it and asks us for 3 sparks and 3 gizmos. So give those to Choco Cat. There's a short cutscene, and it didn't work. And Kojimune says if Quinoa were here, the Mind Guardian, he was always able to wake the thingy up with the power of science. Perfect for Choco Cat. The cutscene continues, and one of the stained glass circles transforms, showing Choco Cat's face, and then Choco Cat transforms. He agrees to try to fix or awaken the machine again, so we need to give him 3 more sparks and 3 gizmos. Once you do, there's a short cutscene, and the thingy gets a picture of a wand. Takugat says he's pretty sure it's a wand forge, and we should try it out by making a test wand. He gives us the instructions, so head over and interact with it. Click on the test wand instructions. It'll take 3 gemmies and a stick. Craft it, then talk to him again. And he asks us to equip the test wand. Now we're only gonna have to do this the first time this way, so open up your backpack. There'll be a brand new tab all the way on the far right, probably hidden beyond the arrows. Head over there, select the wand, and then click wear. This will actually put the wand on your tool ring. Talk to him again. He says this opens up a ton of possibilities, and he says we're gonna need bronze flecks and quartz. Now if you didn't catch it in Kojimun's earlier quest, you can get bronze flecks and silver flecks and gold flecks from running the challenge courses. These are not the same thing as the trophy pieces, even though they look really similar. You'll be getting 1 of each fleck for each time you complete the same course, so you can do them over and over again to continue to get flecks. So you should have enough bronze flecks from doing that earlier quest with Kojimun, but if you don't, you can run any of the challenge courses as long as you finish in time. You should be able to get your flecks that way. So they want us to get 5 bronze flecks, so you need to complete a challenge course 5 times, and they want us to get 5 quartz. And as you can see, I didn't have enough quartz. And the good news is, this quest has spawned the quartz we need. So if you head down the stairs, there's going to be 1 piece of quartz here, and then you'll be able to find the others up here near the wand forge. Once you have all the quartz, head back over and make the wand. After you do, there's some additional dialogue, and it shows you how to switch wands. You can hold down the button that you usually use to use your tool. This will bring up a menu where you can select a different wand, and this is going to be crucial because we can see we're going to have as many wands as we do gemstones at least. Once you equip the new wand, there'll be some additional dialogue, and Hello Kitty says she'd like to see a ruby heart wand, giving us a hint at the one that we should probably be making next, and this will complete the quest. After you finish this quest, you can make all the different gemstone wands as long as you have enough gemstones, and you can make them with some customization. After selecting the wand instructions, it'll automatically take 5 fairy dust to make each wand, and you can select the gemstone you want to use. The gemstone is going to be the wand's functionality. Just like a quartz statue can unlock a quartz force field, whatever gemstone you get will have corresponding properties and can unlock force fields and do other things matched to the gemstone. The next field is for flecks. You only need 1 fleck to make a wand, and you get these from running the challenge courses. These do show up as colors on your wand, and whether you pick bronze, silver, or gold is simply a cosmetic choice, so pick whichever one you want. After selecting one of those, you can either select nothing, or you can select these different items like feathers, moonbeams, ingot, sparks, ribbon, or stars, and these are going to change the shape of your wand. So if you choose ribbon, your wand will have a bow on it and ribbon that wraps around the base. The color of the bow will be the color of the gemstone. If you choose a feather, the wand will have little wings on it. The wings will be white, the handle will match the gemstone, and then the flecks determine the color metal that's on it. If you use a moonbeam, the handle will stay the color of the gemstone, and then depending on the color of the fleck, that'll be the remaining color of the wand, and then the top of the wand will be in a moon shape. The star will work in a similar way where the shape on top will actually be a star. Using an ingot will make it kind of a wrought iron shape, has these kind of curly cues at the top, and then a curve for the gemstone to sit in. If you use a spark, it looks sort of almost like wings, but now you can make wands in all the different gemstones as you collect them, and then you can use them to light lamps, take down the giant bubble force fields, or the smaller ones in gates. And because these are tools, I want to make sure I'm keeping at least 1 wand of each gemstone so I can use them as I progress in the game. Most of the time when you see a wand in game, it will just be the buttons, so don't worry too too much about the customization. If you don't like the way yours turned out, you can also always swap it to a different one, remake ones in the future if you have enough materials. I feel like the only place you really get to see that aesthetic, other than on the button, is if you decorate with these. As you can place wands in cabins, here's the menu where you can find them. It took me a minute to figure out where they were when I was decorating, and at first I didn't think I could actually place them in a cabin. I think that's everything about the Making Friends quest and how to make and use wands. If this video helped you, be sure to give it a like to help others find it as well. Subscribe for more Hello Kitty Island adventure content. There are a ton of video guides on the channel for both the base game and Wheatflour Wonderland, and I try to live stream all of the updates. Turn on notifications to find out the next time we go live. Hope to see you there.